Hello my friends, welcome to yoga. My name is Marissa and today I have for you a really yummy hips and hamstrings class. This class is great for anybody who has low back pain or is looking to add a little extra mobility to your posterior chain region. So really fantastic for anybody who lifts or is doing a lot of other types of at-home workouts right now. Or if you just need something to loosen everything up, I'm here for you. When you're ready, get into something comfortable and let's get started. So today we're going to need one prop. I'm going to choose to use a yoga blanket, but you can use a towel or a pillow, especially if it's round or a couple stacked together. If you have a towel or a yoga blanket, I'm going to suggest that we roll them up like a nice little sausage roll. So we're looking for something around that size. For those of you using towels, you may need to double up on your towels. If you're using a pillow, just use something that is kind of in between super squishy and really hard. You can just place that to the side for now. And today we're actually going to start in a child's pose position. So I want you to swing on around, bringing your knees out nice and wide, your big toes together. As you're ready, we're going to sink those hips back and relax the chest down towards the mat. So we're not adding any extra pressure here today. I just want you to take a few rounds of nice big breaths, sinking down towards the mat. You can let the head and chest reach all the way down if you have that mobility. If not, that's okay. Find a spot where everything is deepening and softening. Taking that inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. Starting to check in with our bodies, seeing how everything is feeling. You may start to feel the shoulders and hips relax, and that's good. Just sink on in. We'll take just a few more rounds here, so stay in it wherever you are at. And then on your next inhale, we're slowly going to walk those hands back up towards the knees, tucking the knees under those hips, coming into a tabletop position. Walk your hands under those shoulders. And we're going to take just a couple of rounds of cat and cow warming up the spine. So inhale to drop the belly, drop the chest, let the head rise. Exhale as we tuck the pelvis, take navel up and in towards the spine and let the head fall. Good. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Take your time. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to that nice straight spine. We're going to send the right toes out behind us, tucking them underneath. As you are ready, we're going to start to bounce forward and back on that heel, getting a nice big stretch through the back of your leg. Make sure you're still breathing here. And then as you're ready, maybe you press that heel back, relax the shoulders, really press into the leg. And exhale, we'll step back through center. Once you reset yourself here, we'll take those left toes out behind you. Find that little bounce, massaging the foot, stretching the back of the leg. And maybe we find that press. And we'll take the knee back underneath us. From here, we're gonna walk our way up into a nice down dog position. So taking the hands out a little bit in front, tucking those big toes and sending the hips up and back. Once you are here, let's go ahead and walk the heels a few times, bending one knee and then the other, finding that alternating flow here, still breathing nice and deep. Just a couple more rounds. And then we're going to find a moment of stillness, sending both heels back. I want you to melt the chest as far down towards the mat as you can. While we're here, we press in with all 10 of our finger pads, not just your palms, just to release a little bit of tension off of those wrists. Remember, this is your practice, and if at any moment you need a moment, a break, you can always pause the video, take the time that you need, and return when you're ready. On your next inhale, we're going to walk those hands back towards the toes, so we end up at the back of our mat, or wherever you are at, in a forward fold position. Especially if this is your first forward fold of the day, I want you to take a gentle bend through the knees. Plant the hands wherever feels best, whether it's on the mat, on the shins. Maybe you grab opposite elbows here if that feels nice for you today. Starting to soften through the entire back body. And then we'll exhale, let the arms hang down loose, take a bigger bend through the knees, and take a really slow roll up to stand. Taking your time, moving vertebra by vertebra. When you reach the top, maybe the arms reach up and open, taking them up towards the sky, and exhaling, hands to heart center. When you're ready, we're going to take a nice walk up to the top of the mat, towel, or whatever space you are in. If you don't have props, that's a-okay. Use what you've got. We're going to find a big inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. And exhale, taking those hands back down to the toes. On your next inhale, our right leg steps back. The knee comes down to the mat if you can comfortably. Retain your breath, left leg steps back. On our exhale, we take knees, chest, and chin, so take your time here if you need to. Inhale, cobra, engage the glutes. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, our right leg steps forward, left knee comes down. Good, step that left knee up, exhale. Inhale, big reach through the arms. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, take your reach. Exhale, find that forward fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Retain, right leg back. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin. And inhaling, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Exhale, right meets left at the top of the mat. Inhale, we take our nice big reach through the arms. And exhale, hands at heart center. On your next inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, right leg steps back. On your exhale, we're going to twist on the back heel, opening out to the side for a low side lunge. Inhale, we straighten through the left leg. And exhale, you're going to fold forward over that left leg. Here's a moment where if you have blocks or any sort of props at home, you can take those right here, framing the foot, keeping the chest nice and tall. If blocks are not an option for you, then hands can go on the shins, or if you can comfortably reach the mat, it is okay to be here too. Starting to deepen that breath. Getting our bodies nice and warm so we can stretch just a little deeper. On your next inhale, we're going to step the left leg back. Exhale into your knees, chest, and chin. And inhaling through cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, our right leg steps forward. Exhale, we do the same thing. We're going to twist open on that back heel, low side lunge. Inhale, we straighten through the right leg. And exhale, find that fold. Once again, hands can come on to your blocks, your shin, maybe the mat. Whatever feels best for you here is just fine. Just a couple more breaths, really sink on into it here. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, right leg steps back. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. And inhale through cobra. Exhale, take it into your down dog. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Exhale, we're going to twist on that back heel, low side lunge. Inhale, we straighten through the front leg. And exhale, we take that fold. This time we're going to inhale, left hand plants onto left ankle. Right arm reaches up and open for triangle. While we're here, try to stack both of those shoulders one on top of the other so we're not overextending behind or in front, but trying our best to keep that length. Sending that back hip away from you. One more breath. And then we'll exhale, top arm comes down, inhale, left leg steps back. Exhale, taking that knees, chest, and chin, or going right into a down dog if you need a moment here. Inhaling cobra, and exhaling down dog. Inhale, right leg steps forward. Exhale, we twist open, low side lunge. Inhale, straighten through the front leg. And exhale, take that fold. Inhale, right hand to right ankle, left arm reaches up and open. Breathing nice and deep here, creating that space. And you don't always have to go to the full extension of every pose that you're doing. In yoga, it's really just about finding what feels good in the moment and working with your body wherever it is at that day. Good. Exhale, our top arm comes down. Inhale, right leg steps back. Exhale, we're taking our knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling cobra. And exhaling down dog. Good. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Right knee comes down. So if you need a little extra pad here, maybe you fold over the edge of your mat. Maybe you pause and go get a blanket or a pillow for under your knee. That's fine too. Let's start to send those hips forward so we can comfortably bring both hands up onto our thigh. Gentle rise through the chin. If you want a balance challenge, you can close your eyes like I'm doing here, knowing that your body is going to hold you. Really sinking those hips forward. And then we're going to walk the hands back down to the mat here and send the hips back, flexing through the front foot and finding our fold for half splits. Here's another moment where if you need to come up onto the shin, that's okay. Just be careful to not press down on the knee. Still breathing nice and deep. Good. From here, we're just gonna step to switch our feet. So the left knee comes back, right knee steps forward. Send those hips forward and down. You can take the hands up right into the air like I did, or if you need a moment to center yourself on the mat and then walk the hands up, you can do that as well. But wherever you're at, start to send that hip forward. Relax the shoulders, proud chin, maybe you close your eyes. One more breath. And then walk those hands back on down. We're gonna send both hips back, flex through those right toes, and find your fold. You'll find that the more you flex those front toes, the deeper stretch you're gonna get here. So you are in control of your journey. Good. Let's go ahead and step that right knee back, and we're going to take it back into our child's pose. So bringing those big toes back together, the knees out nice and wide. I really want you to press the hands in this time. Relaxing on down. Seeing if we can reach just a little bit deeper. And slowing down that breath. One more nice big breath here. And then as you're ready, we're going to start to inhale our way up. And I want you to go ahead and grab that prop. So whether it's your pillow, your blanket, your towel, whatever it is that you are using, we're going to take it onto the left side of our bodies as we come down on to our bellies. So for here, your upper body can go wherever feels the most comfortable for you. But we're gonna take that left knee up and place our blanket roll under that knee. So you can see here, I brought my knee into a 90-degree angle with my hip. And now I'm gonna center back off my hips so they're in line with my shoulders. So right here, this is a half frog. And if you have another pillow that you wanna rest your head on, maybe you have a block handy, you can come right here. That's great too. This may already be a pretty deep stretch for some people, so if that's the case, you can hang out right here. But if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, I invite you to start to rise up through the knee, just mentally. So finding that tension or that feeling like you're gonna lift your knee up just an inch or so, and you should feel the hip socket right here start to press its way down. So holding that tension for 3, 2, and 1, release. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So taking a big breath in, exhaling out, and then on your next inhale, start to find that tension, that lift through the knee, pressing the hips forward. On your next exhale, start to release. Big breath in and out. And then on your inhale, find that tension 1 more time. You can always opt out of it. You can probably tell that I have that tension because my foot starts to shake here. It's gonna look a little different on everyone, and that's A-okay. Good, exhale and release. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and move to the other side. You can straighten that leg out, swing it around. I'm gonna swing myself around just so you can see on the other side. But you can just flip that blanket, pillow, prop, whatever you are using, to the other side of your mat. So once again, taking our hip up, our knee up into a 90-degree angle here, centering off, making sure our knee is on top of whatever prop you are using, and getting that upper body into a comfortable state. You might find on one side you are a little bit more comfortable than the other just as is. That is perfectly normal. And once again, just work with where you're at. So when you're ready, we're going to start to find that tension. So once again, pretending like we can lift that knee up about an inch or so. Good. 3, 2, 1. Release. Big breath in and out. And then on your next inhale, let's find that tension. Pressing the hip down, knee is rising. Holding on to it here just a little bit longer. Good. Exhale, release. Big breath in and out. Last time, inhale, find that tension. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and take that knee off of the blanket. Come down onto your bellies here. We're gonna send both legs, or both arms rather, out long in front of us. Relax the chin down. Good, and then we're gonna inhale to walk those hands back on up. Coming onto our knees first, and then working our way back up into a down dog. So once you're here, if it feels good to walk out those heels, you can take a moment there. If it feels better to just take a second in stillness, that is a-okay too. And on your next inhale, we're gonna step our left foot forward, coming into a lizard. So I want you to heel toe your foot out a little bit wider, and we're gonna take both hands to the inside of that knee. So you can opt to hang out right here. If this is enough of a stretch for you, this is fantastic. A great way to open up those hips. A great pose to start working towards splits if that's something that you are interested in working towards. If you have a little bit more space here, you're a little bit more flexy through the hips, that's okay. Just walk down onto those elbows. Let yourself go a little bit deeper here. Sometimes people are also comfortable a little bit in between, so one elbow down, whatever feels good is a-okay. Start to press those hips a little bit more forward. Breathing into wherever needs a little extra help. And if you're on those elbows, go ahead and walk back up to our straight arms. And we're gonna step that leg back, coming up into our down dog. From here, we're gonna step the right leg forward, coming into our lizard, so back knee comes down. Bring that right foot out nice and wide, both hands on the inside of the foot. So everybody's gonna have one hip that's a little bit tighter. For me, my right side is significantly tighter than the left. So just be sure to pay attention here, making sure you're not overextending to try to match sides. Of course, it's always better if we were even, but we're all humans and we all prefer one side over the other, at least just a little bit. So if you wanna walk down onto those elbows, one elbow or both, you can feel free to do so here. Holding on for just a few more breaths. Let's walk back up onto those hands. And from here, we're gonna shift on to our bottoms and then over onto our backs. I want you to slide that blanket roll, pillow, prop, whatever you've got, back up close to you. And we're gonna plant both of the soles of the feet on the ground about 6 inches away from your glutes. You can keep them a comfortable distance apart, whatever feels best is fine. We're gonna take a moment to tuck the elbows in at the sides, palms facing one another. On your next inhale, we're gonna rise on up through the hips and see if we can slide that prop underneath us, right under the top of the glutes where it meets the low spine. So it shouldn't feel like too big of a stretch here. You can tuck the shoulder blades underneath you to make a little more room through the chest, and relax the arms wherever they feel best. If this feels okay on your low spine, you can take the big toes, the soles of the feet together, and the knees out nice and wide. And let gravity do a little extra work on those hips for you. If this adds any tension at all to your low back that is uncomfortable, please bring the soles of the feet back to the mat. Just let your body relax here. You can close your eyes, sink down into the prop underneath you. Take one more breath wherever you are at. And then as you're ready, let's draw the knees back together. And we're going to take a moment up in candlesticks. So we're going to send both legs up above us, keeping the hips on the prop only if it feels comfortable to do so. If you'd like to remove it, you can feel free to do that, and then send the legs long. So your toes don't have to be flexed or pointed. They can relax somewhere in the middle. Just moving everything around. An inversion a day is really great for you. So even if you don't have a spot where you can do legs up the wall, or you're not comfortable in shoulder stand, headstand, or handstand quite yet, this is a great modification that gives you all of those benefits just in a little bit more gentle of a fashion. Taking just a couple more breaths here. And then as you're ready, start to bend those knees, bringing the soles of the feet back to the mat. And we're gonna rise up through the hips just to remove that prop, send it to the side. We'll take a little windshield wiper side to side, both knees to one direction, taking them across to the other. And just do a few passes here, stretching out the low back. And then as you're ready, we're going to reach down and grab the outside edge of both of our feet, bringing the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling, and a nice big bend through the knees. So here you can find a little rock side to side. And we can pull down on those feet while kicking up into the hands. And then as you're ready, we'll let go of those feet. Send the right leg out nice and long. And hug the left knee up and into the chest. Give it a big squeeze towards the center first. And then up and out towards that left armpit. On your next exhale, we'll draw the knee across the body. Send the left arm out like a T. And try here to keep both of your shoulder blades firmly on the mat. Letting your back gently stretch, your chest gently stretch. On your next inhale, we'll come back through center. We're gonna hug that left knee in one more time. And then we'll switch out those legs. So send the left leg long and hug the right knee up and in. Give it a big squeeze in towards center. And then up and out towards the right armpit. On your next exhale, we'll draw the right knee across the body. Right arm sends out like a T. And just start to breathe a little deeper. On your next inhale, let's rotate back through center. Give the right knee one more nice big squeeze. And then we'll send the right leg out nice and long. And if you have a little bit of time here today, I'm going to invite you to just lie on your back or in any comfortable position. And take the time to take a few nice big breaths, giving yourself permission to relax just for you. Choose to stay here just a little bit longer, maybe taking a full Savasana, or if you are ready to start to move, find a little wiggle in the fingers and the toes. Maybe drop the chin from side to side. And then as you're ready, in any way that feels good, start to work your way up to a comfortable, easy seat. And whether you are continuing in Savasana or starting to move on with the rest of your day, I thank you all for joining me. Om Shanti, Om Peace, and Namaste.